I know most people think of me as a cop hater. I'm really not a cop hater. What I don't like is police officers that do not do their duty. Police officers who act outside the scope of their powers. Police officers who use their powers to inflict abuse on people. Or police officers who stand idly by and allow bad cops to do the things that they do. What I don't agree with, however, good or bad cops being attacked for no reason. Resisting arrest is different, but being attacked, I don't agree with anybody attacking anybody. And I'm quite strong about that. And I don't like people inciting violence against other people. I think it's wrong. We've all got to live on this earth together as human beings, and we should look out for each other. I understand the police have a job to do. I understand that. But they should do that properly. They should be constables like they used to be, not police officers like they are now. But this is a story, and I wanted to add this to the channel because I wanted to show people that I'm not completely against the police. This is a story that was posted yesterday. Today is Sunday. Yesterday was Saturday the 27th. This was posted in the Metro newspaper, and it's about body cam footage showing the moment a cage fighter chokes a police officer. So I'm just going to play that first, and I'm going to read through the article.
Swear to God, man. You do with these officers and you sort it out. They're sounding right like an arm, have you? What? This little arm have you got there? I'll really get it off, mate, to be honest. I really do. Mate, I'm being fine with you. You've been fine with you. Come on, listen. I'm like this. Stop. I told you what you're under arrest for.
Okay, so you can see there that the police officer was attacked. It was a vicious attack that was completely out of order. If I saw somebody attacking a police officer in that manner, as I would if I saw a police officer attacking a member of the public, I would, if I could, step in and try and help. I am absolutely not against police who do their job and who are doing their job properly, but I am completely against people being violent or abusing their position. So let's just have a quick read through this article. It says a video was shown the moment a cage fighter choked a police officer who tried to arrest him. Police body cam footage shows Bobby Mason, 38, attack the official, holding him in a dangerous headlock and threatening to rip his head off. The incident occurred when police showed up at Mason's home in Stourbridge, West Midlands on February 10th. Mason has been jailed for a year after leaving the officer with numerous injuries. Footage released by West Midlands Police shows PC Jack Morehouse and Lucy Boardman called to Mason's house to arrest him following a serious assault earlier that morning. He is seen getting increasingly aggressive with the officials, and at one point he asks PC Morehouse if the button on his radio was an alarm in an attempt to intimidate him. When told he is under arrest, Mason tries to punch PC Morehouse, then grabs him, choking him in a headlock, and refuses to let go. An unseen woman in the footage can be heard desperately screaming, "Let him go." Pava spray, a type of pepper spray, is used on Mason, and he weakens his grip on the officer. He was then arrested on suspicion of assault and led out of the house by PC Boardman. PC Morehouse was later taken to hospital to be checked over and luckily only suffered minor injuries. During a police interview, Mason claimed the officer attacked him first, not realising the whole incident had been captured on body cam. He was charged and later pleaded guilty to common assault and bodily harm and was sentenced to a year in prison at Wolverhampton Crown Court on Thursday. Detective Chief Inspector Pete Dunn said this was a horrific attack on a police officer in the line of duty. It serves as a reminder to us all of the inherent dangers faced by police officers on the daily basis in our efforts to prevent crime, protect the public and help those in need. Mason, a trained cage fighter, would have known his own strength and deliberately wanted to debilitate and harm PC Morehouse. Luckily, Jack wasn't seriously injured, but no doubt this experience will stay with him for the rest of his career. Now, as I've said, I don't agree and I don't condone violence against anybody. Some situations, some instances, you have no choice. If you're protecting yourself, if you're in imminent danger, then, you know, absolutely, I agree that you need to defend yourself. But attacking somebody, like in this instance, is wrong. However, what I wanted to do was just run through this article and I just want to question a few of the things that have been put. For example, Mason has been jailed for a year after leaving the officer with numerous injuries. Now, it's very rare, really, that police officers end up in jail for injuring people that they are arresting when they use excess force. They may lose their job, they may be suspended, but it is rare that police officers will get any prison time for injuring people. This part, he is seen getting increasingly aggressive with the officials, and at one point he asks PC Morehouse if the button on his radio was an alarm in an attempt to intimidate him. Now, one of the things that I notice about a lot of the videos that I see and I comment on is police officers intimidating other people, trying to incite a reaction. It says here, during a police interview, Mason claimed the officer attacked him first, not realising the whole incident had been captured on a body cam. And this is why it's so important to ensure that when you have an interaction with the police, no matter what it is for, record it. Whether it's an audio recording if you're afraid to video it, or a video recording if you can. But try and capture the whole incident so that you are protected, much like the police are in this instance. Detective Chief Inspector Pete Dunn said this was a horrific attack on a police officer in the line of duty. And I agree. It was a terrible attack, bang out of order, shouldn't have happened. Unfortunately it does, but that does not mean that the police can then treat people in the same way that they are treated. You know, these people have a job and a position of authority, and they're supposed to be, they're supposed to be morally above everybody else in that sense, to be able to come out and do the job of arresting people for breaking laws. A lot of police officers break the law themselves. And it says it serves as a reminder to us all of the inherent dangers faced by police officers on a daily basis in our efforts to prevent crime, protect the public and help those in need. Now, we, as the public, are more likely to be injured by the police than the police are by us. And although I understand that the police have inherent dangers in their position, in their job, in their role as a police officer, I understand that. But we too are faced with inherent dangers from the police as and when they abuse their power and their position of authority. Again, I want to point out that I do not condone violence at all. Violence on this channel, violent speak in the channel. I will either, people have a right to an opinion. I will never agree with somebody on this channel who suggest violence is the way to go. The only time I suggest violence is a necessity is when you are in danger, although I would not consider making a citizen's arrest as a violent act. I wouldn't consider trying to break up a fight, for example, as being a violent act. I think the violence comes into it when you are intentionally aiming to hurt somebody or harm them. But I wanted to put this particular video on. I wanted to make this particular video because I want people to understand that it's not all about how I hate the police and what they stand for. I respect good police officers, police constables who do their job with diligence and integrity. I respect the ones that stand up to the bad cops. Just the same as in any other industry, any other job. If you're working with somebody who is dangerous to you or to the people you work with, you can't just let that go. You have to stand up and make a point of having that person dealt with. Until next time, take care of each other.